We looked at how Iona got here. Let's check in with Louisiana Tech. 27 wins, the exact same record they had at this point last year. Last year they won the WAC. This year they win CUSA.
To 1985, and another good player, Paul Millsap, young man who actually donated for that scoreboard up there. So both he and Paul Malone, nice players, alumni, giving back to their universities.
Here at the Thomas Assembly Center, first round NIT action. We expected a high scoring back and forth game. We've got that and more. Iona though up by 2 after La Tech led by as many as 9 in the first half.
And then their biggest weakness is what? That's right. So we got to be incredible on the offensive glass. Don't overthink it. If we call secondary and they're in matchup zone, which is our 12, don't say, well, coach, and look at me and say they're in matchup zone. Just keep attacking. So when we set a ball screen, David Moore's going to be guarding you. Get him to the rim. Penetrate. Now don't over-penetrate. Penetrate, pitch, and then you attack the closeout. And then you penetrate, pitch, and then you attack the next closeout. So on and so forth. Okay?
Last night, so they move on to the Garden. And Louisiana Tech doing very well with an undersized lineup. Michael Kaiser, Chris Anderson, their best 2 front court rebounders on the bench with 2 fouls apiece. So it's 4 guards and a small forward on the floor for Louisiana Tech.
In that underneath position. McNeil. Good pass. McNeil left open. Anderson for 3. Missed it. Rebound.
For La Tech right now. And that's why they're up 21.
Smith. The thing about Johnson, Darren, is he's almost flat-footed when he shoots those. And there's going to be a foul. I don't know if it's going to
take a seat there, and that's his 3rd foul.
That is a reward of their overall conference play, and glad to be here.
Isaiah Rhodes with a couple of free throw makes on the other end. Cordarius Jackson.
Concerned about accolades or playing at the next level. You see none of that in this basketball game today. Both of these teams are playing for those seniors and playing for one another.
Anderson, a smooth drive to the rim.
They're ready to play, and they just came up short. But Michael White, the coach of La Tech, is excited to actually host the tournament this year, and feels like that's a step in the right direction.
Cordarius Johnson can't finish with the left hand.
Maybe McNeil open for another 3-point shot.
Anderson against Laurie. And Louisiana Tech trying to get to the Garden.
Bulldogs trying to move the ball around the perimeter. Chris Anderson.
McNeil kicks to the corner. Smith hits a 3. Check that.
SEC this year, the 2nd most SEC wins in Georgia school history. It's not the call from the bench.
About their ability to stay in front of the basketball.
Getting the start in the second half over Michael Ojo because of his ability to stretch the floor just like that.
And
Just then only making 4 of his last 19 shots. So, you know, this smaller lineup paying dividends on the defensive end.
Johnson from way outside hits a 3, and the Bulldogs
right now is into trouble.
It's not like he hasn't seen pressure before, though, Dave. They've played Arkansas. They've played teams in the SEC. They're going to get after you. Tennessee.
Anderson, easy shot.
He enjoyed distributing the basketball. You know, so many players get excited about a dunk. He's a young man, those paint touches and getting to the rim.
All the strengths for Iona this year. They're a team that's out-rebounded on average every night, so trying to contend with a very active.
At the power forward position, he's made them much more adept at attacking this pressure.
And Leonard Hamilton brings Monte Brandon back in. So now it's 4 guards on the floor and a size advantage for Louisiana.
Chris Anderson with the jump stop and the hook.
Cordarius Johnson on the drive. Does not get the roll.
Beautiful backdoor cut, which led to the easy layup at the rim.
Ball, and we're ready to begin round 2 of the NIT.
La Tech's got to do the job on the backboards, and Georgia's got to take care of the basketball. Watch for those two things early.
That's Chris Anderson. Kaiser trying to get underneath to Hamilton. Instead, this is Smith. Anderson thought about the step back three. And a rarity for Louisiana Tech to shoot with under 10 in the shot clock and no trouble.
Like they wanted it a little bit more.
Raheem Appleby into the game, number 3 in blue for Louisiana Tech. This is Smith again. Good look. Johnson. Nice footwork by Johnson, and he shows percent.
Georgia changing their defensive look again.
And Louisiana.
The ball for the Bulldogs.
Right now, as you see Sledge again taking it to the rim.
Damian, he's a player that doesn't score a lot, but last year he had 20 against Ohio State. That's Cordarius Johnson, one of the seniors on this team. All of it in the pop down. The putback try was swatted away. A lot of contact.
Smith, such a general on the floor, kind of like a quarterback in football, knows exactly where it needs to be.
Coach White. You expected balanced scoring. We've seen that tonight, but Anderson ball over.
Tech to try to create a turnover.
4 shots already in 8.5 minutes.
Well, they're getting extra possessions both by the offensive rebound and by the fast break.
Hamilton, the left-hander, drives from his strong side, and his team has won 27 games.
Well, his improvement is just sensational every year.
Kaiser in the flush, and they've done their regular season conference races, lost in the tournament finale.
So they're able to be solid in the half court as well.
Another 3 ball. And a miss.
First week of February is playing extremely well today. Has his team with a 2-point lead.
Johnson
Those turnovers are leading to offensive points, but in the half court, when the defensive set it eye on them, La Tech is actually struggling to score offensively.
Alex Hamilton, the southpaw from the baseline. Chris Anderson's been everywhere. Point Bulldogs the basketball inside 3 minutes to go in this first round NIT matchup here from Ruston, Louisiana. Chris Anderson steps out. Outstanding young coaches in college basketball. Just his 3rd year. Last year he won 27 games. This year for English. And Johnson elevates for the rebound again. Numbers aren't there. The Bulldogs will go. Duncan Dogs are having a Kaiser. Here's a man nearing 100 blocks on the season. Johnson with it easy. Speedy Smith, you see where he gets that nickname, don't you? Johnson from the baseline.
On this possession, watch when he takes off and runs. The sprint on the outside right now is the reason why he gets the alley-oop pass. But that's what I mean when I talked about the defensive transition.
Sledge rebound. Tough beginning for Sean Armand, who averages nearly 18 points a game.
And he's struggling. He can try to get to the rim.
The alley went too far. Kaiser and the foul from Johnson.
This showed you how you do it. Nice persistency and tenacity showed on the glass.
Henderson's 12-foot points. Being able to hit from long range there. The rebound to Johnson. Here come the Bulldogs. Lightning quick down the floor. And what is the transfer?
3 ball, no problem. And that's the
Tap to the corner, and here comes Speedy Smith. Behind Jaron Johnson, who has to recover. looking for the lead. It's Cordarius Johnson.
The business shots. Kaiser flies in for the rebound. Bulldogs can regain the lead.
And with no fear on both ends of the floor.
And there's another steal by Louisiana Tech. That is 5 Georgia turnovers already. Johnson, who just knocked down the 3 on the dribble, on the drive, past Thornton, missed it. And
Smart play by Carl White. No execution as far as calling a set. Just knowing he has a mismatch and planning right in the paint. However, Johnson.
AA championships. Tough drive and a right-handed
Goal for Brandon, and he needs some help. Instead, Kaiser takes it away. Here's Smith. Finds the trailer. Johnson missed the dunk.
And the Bulldogs this time getting, I was going to say almost getting a free chance, but Smith poking it away. And here comes Louisiana Tech again. Smith, 3 ball. Again, 6 of 7 Louisiana Tech, and 8 points for Johnson. Make it 10 now.
Turnover for Florida State. Can Louisiana Tech capitalize on him?
Cordarius Johnson with the left hand finishes plus in and out. Speedy Smith the lob and able to finish.
Another turnover by Georgia. This Louisiana Tech team so aggressive defensively. McNeil passing up the 3. Fans here looking for a travel. All they're getting is a 26-point deficit. 16 points off turnovers for Louisiana Tech. And Mark Fox going to have a little discussion here with Rick Crawford. He thought it was a travel.
And it might have been, but the biggest issue is that La Tech's bigs have the ability to drive Georgia's bigs. That's about the 4th finish at the rim that we've seen. So
corners, as you just mentioned, ties the school record and has his team down 2.
Fans up on their feet at the TAC, the Thomas Assembly Center. See if the Gales can quiet this crowd. Shot clock inside 10 for one of a few times, and a whoop. Shot clock inside 10 for one of a few times tonight. Lowry goes to work, follows his miss. Gales
Now with 9 minutes to go in the first half, Michael Kaiser and Chris Anderson both have 2 fouls each. So this is a 4-guard and small forward lineup on the floor for Louisiana Tech. They've got 4 backcourt players and Cordarius Johnson, who's a 3 against the size of Florida State. And taking advantage on the offensive glass, Jarquez Smith. That 3 won't go, and it goes over the backboard for Aaron.
They average 10.5 turnovers per game. They have to take care of the basketball better.
Armand tries to make the first post. 2 straight.
Hamilton again. Oof. Really? Goodness. Another 3. 14-2. Louisiana Tech pops their first 2 threes.
La Tech on pace for 90+ this game already, Dave.
Well, they had 89 in the first round and an absolute another turnover and a steal and another layup and another
lineup, but he can really put the ball on the deck. He took advantage of it on that drive.
So Georgia nearly used up all 10 seconds there, so they come into the forecourt at 25 on the shot clock and a 5-second violation and another.
52%. Sean Armand has started to feel it.
Yeah, they're 3 of 3 from the 3-point line in this second half. That's made all the difference in the world.
Lowry wants the basketball, wants to go to work. He's got the height advantage. Oh, a business shot. Again, averages more than 10 3-point makes. Again, see what the Bulldogs do to limit some of those open looks. There's an open look in the paint.
Turn teams over here. We're concerned when it comes to Iona. They only average 10 turnovers a game, and they have 4 guards who take care of the basketball so well. Iona's done a good job of taking care of it today.
So Mann and Gaines back into the game. This is Mann, outstanding sophomore. Kind of in the mold of Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Was the SEC Player of the Year a season ago. Tough shot and ripping down the
20 points points in the first 5.5 minutes for the Bulldogs.
St. Mary's High School, you mentioned having his team in the postseason every year since coming to Iona. He's done an outstanding job.
Sean Armand could
Tipped.
A steal at midcourt.
Morning. A lot of college students aren't terribly fond of Saturday morning wake-up calls. Man and Gaines playing catch again. This is Gaines.
And one of the things La Tech does with their pressure, even if they don't force turnovers, they force you to take 9-10 seconds off the shot clock.
Well, Gaines fumbled a good pass. Here's Thornton. Spin move. Rejected again by Kaiser. He's got 2 blocks.
Aaron Thomas for 3. Yes.
You know, they've got a smaller lineup, but they've got a much quicker lineup on the floor than Florida State.
Aaron Thomas lost his footing and had that shot.
nearing the halfway mark of our second half from Western Louisiana. These teams met one previous time in 1986. And both coaches used the term unselfish to describe their teams today during shoot-a-down.
Love their teams and the character of both sides.
Sean Armand after a slow start.
92, and we were able to win it, and the next year we started out 15-0. So it builds so much confidence in your team and the core group that you have returning. And of course, whenever you have an opportunity to continue to play games with younger players, it's always a benefit.
Jarquez Smith comes up short.
And they're within 1.
Booker, a floater, too strong. Louisiana.
Argument for Coach Grant Marshall at Wichita State. They're doing everything that they can possibly do.
Boy, that was a mugging on the low block.
Down with the Carl White on the bench. Aaron Thomas stepping up, making a huge shot, and Leonard Hamilton putting the ball in his hands at crunch time.
Thomas again. In and out, and the rebound pulled down by Alex Hamilton.
Back at defensive transition, stopping the basketball, which would lead to good offense.
Williams and English off to a good start for Iona. Armand trying to get on track. He drives to the rim. No contact. There was some contact. No foul. English.
Louisiana Tech showing that he's more than just a rim guy as he hits the face-up jumper. And George is going to the bench right away. And I've seen Mark Fox do this before, Darren. If he's not happy early on, he won't wait to make substitutions.
And rightfully so.
Another steal. Hamilton free. And J.J. Frazier come in for a new backcourt. Nemi Jurisic is in also, number 42. He inbounded for Georgia. And the Bulldogs, the home Bulldogs, quickly break the press. Trying to go through Jurisic right now. He's a good passer, as Darren mentioned. Gaines on the drive, and he was hit. That's a clear. A shooter who's a three-point specialist. And boy, this place was so noisy. And it's so quiet. Man, tough shot. On the drive. Can't get the break, and Smith on that.
And again, one of the advantages of pressing is even if you don't force a turnover, Georgia's not starting their offense until 20 seconds on the clock.
Floater.
He's to the corner. Frazier's got to know where he is and stay with him. You got to know scouting report. Stay even in a zone. Stay with that shooter. Don't let him get behind you.
Kenny Paul-Gino now into the game, and Mark Fox, the look on his face as he approaches his players just says everything about the way this morning has gone for his Bull. Thought about the inside pass. Jurisic calling to the ball. He's got a major height mismatch now with McNeil on him, and now it's switched off. Jurisic again, being aggressive. Righty hook, no good. Rebound. I think deep down, you think Mark Fox is also figuring there's no way Louisiana Tech can maintain this shooting pace. They're 7 of 8 from 3.
Well, the problem, though, is now you're down 24. You dug yourself such a big hole. Even if they miss the rest of them, you got a long uphill climb.
Another turnover by Georgia. This Louisiana. So they're operating without Charles Mann here. We've got Frazier back into the game. He's trying to go one-on-one, draws contact, and he may go to the line. Long shots, long rebounds. Gaines, dribble drive, lays it in with the left hand.